Hi, it's me. And it's time to get right back to basics with LinkedIn. This genuinely is here by popular demand. When I do my challenges, when I do my programs, when I talk on stage, people say to me, Helen, I need to get back to basics. I've only ever used LinkedIn as a CV. I've only ever used LinkedIn for my old job where I never kind of used it in any other kind of way. So this is genuinely by popular demand. Now, what I would say is I'm not an expert in navigating everything about LinkedIn. I just want to give you the basics you need to know, what everything is, what everything does, and how to use it in a simpler way as possible. And during this session, you'll be able to ask me any questions you want in the comments, and I'll try and make it as interactive as possible. However, we're just going to start at the beginning and see what happens. So let's set the scene. You are going to go on LinkedIn. You may be seeing some stuff from me thinking, what is this woman banging on about? Keeps going on about LinkedIn. It sounds dull and boring. It sounds a bit scary and a bit uncomfortable, and it sounds like something that's not for me. I'm not sure if my ideal clients are on there. I'm not sure if it's right for my business. I'm not sure if I can go and be who I need to be on LinkedIn. So first of all, really, is to put some of those misconceptions aside and embrace LinkedIn. Fall in love with LinkedIn. Enjoy LinkedIn. See LinkedIn for what it is. So although we're going to go right back to basics and we are going to start at the beginning, the opportunity is still huge. Now, when you join the LinkedIn Business Mastermind, which is my flagship program, we still take you right from the beginning. So don't think that you're not ready to join my program, right? Don't think you need to be at a certain place to join the program, because the program does take you step by step, day by day. Hold your hands. It's all in there in the program as well. So it's really important that you don't let that stop you joining. And at the end of the session, we're going to give you an amazing opportunity, not only to join the program, but also to get a very specific WhatsApp only bonus stack. So we've got a number of bonuses that are exclusive at the moment to the WhatsApp. So look out for that towards the end. So you can use WhatsApp to message us, ask us questions about joining the program, and we'll show you what the special bonuses are just for this series that we're doing at the moment, which we've called the WTF series. I'm going to keep it clean, don't worry. But it's like, what am I supposed to be doing on LinkedIn? This series is all about answering those questions. So today we've got the beginners get started stuff. Wednesday in episode 2, we've got what should I be posting and how am I supposed to be posting on this platform? And then Friday, or what will be known as episode 3, will be all about what am I supposed to be doing on this platform. But don't let any of this stop you. This is all designed to help you get ready to join the program if you're not already in. And if you are already in, this could be a really useful reminder for you to take action. Thank you.
They still want me to took us ages and I don't know why.
It's fine. Thank you. The joys of having daughters who can get themselves to Starbucks now. Very exciting. Okay, so I thought the first thing to think about when you're brand new to LinkedIn is the opportunity. Now, when I talk on stage, I get people to write this down. So if you're watching this, write this down. Write down LinkedIn equals money. Like, it's what it does. It's a cash machine for your business. It's designed to bridge the gap between you as a provider of services or a seller of products and for the buyer or the consumer of those services and products to meet. And just want you to think of it like that. It's just about getting you and your ideal clients together. It doesn't have a real personality. It isn't like some, malevolent being. It's just a very benign platform that's very, very good at doing one thing, which is getting you in front of the people who need you, right? whether it's a product or a service. And that's another thing I want you to think about. When you think about LinkedIn, it's not just about B2B. It's not just about selling to corporates. It's not just about being a professional person. You know, it works brilliantly for small local businesses who want to get more footfall. It works brilliant for product businesses. It works brilliant for businesses that what I call like hearts and minds. So maybe, you know, you help people lose 10 pounds, or, you know, buy new windows, or you thinking about getting divorced, or you're thinking about buying a new top, or, you know, all the things that people buy and sell all happens on LinkedIn. And if you believe that it's not for you, really sense check that and think, actually, of the 650 million on people on LinkedIn, are someone who's potentially my customers or my clients? And the answer is usually yes. So that's the first thing, is embrace it. It's there. And also it's free. So again, for the beginners or the newbies amongst us, you do not need premium. Whisper that, because I know this is going to be streaming on LinkedIn, but you don't need it. It's great to have it when your business is booming and you want to get access to more data, and it's all good. But if you're looking at ways, you know, spending your money, time, money, and energy in the right places, you don't need premium, because the things that it gives you are not really essential when it comes to finding your ideal clients. So it works really well without having premium. In fact, I don't think I have premium. I've had it on and off, but it's not an essential. So don't worry about that side of things. Okay, so let's have a look at it. That's the first thing. Go and have a look at LinkedIn, and don't be scared. One of the first tasks in the challenge, and also in the mastermind, is to open up LinkedIn. And that might seem silly, but this is for beginners, right? It might seem silly, but actually, if you have got a certain kind of feeling, or you feel a kind of way about LinkedIn, that can be quite a big deal to kind of dust it off, like blow the dust off something that you might not have looked at for a very long time. You might have even left LinkedIn or not used LinkedIn for a while because you had a bad experience at work, and maybe you burnt out and you've gone and done something else, and now you've retrained as something that you love, but you're happy on Facebook and Instagram, but LinkedIn still feels like the old you, still feels like, I don't really want to go back to those type of people and the person I was before. So LinkedIn may well hold a different type of identity for you, and that's okay as well. It's very normal. Or you might just have never looked at it, never clicked the button, and don't even know where to start. So let's go and have a look at it. Because like most things, the more you look at things and the more you bring it all into the light, the easier this stuff gets. So let's share next slide. Okay, cool. So I'm going to show you around my LinkedIn. So I can show you all the different bits and pieces that make LinkedIn. Okay, so if you click on your own name, oh, there's me, live. If you click on your own name, this will take you to your profile. So when you are live streaming, you will have a video going. It won't work at the moment because I'm streaming. This is a bit meta, isn't it? I'm streaming within a stream within a stream. But anyway, this bit would normally be your LinkedIn banner, but it's currently this LinkedIn video that I'm on at the moment. What does your stuff get? So yeah, so you can see. So let's share next. So it's a little bit of a delay. I'll put that on pause for now. So you can pause that and you can play it and all that good stuff, which is quite useful for people as they come into my profile. So this is your profile picture. I've had this one for years, and I've always kept it the same because I think now profile pictures, there's definitely a couple of schools of thought. Now I think a decent photo of you smiling, looking at the camera ticks the boxes. This is a selfie that I took in my old office many moons ago. Had my glasses on, which don't wear that often. But I don't know, it just kind of captures the vibe. It's quite bright. It's quite vibrant. My lipstick looks on point. I like the way my hair's curly. Again, not done that today. So I just like the picture. So I've kept the picture. That's really all I've got to say on that. A professional picture, could that be better? Possibly. Some people to have almost like comedy pictures, which is fine if that's your kind of vibe. But one of the things I would say is what do I say? No boobs, beers, babies, family snaps, you falling out of a nightclub, you in your bikini, you can have them, but I wouldn't recommend them. So it's definitely up to you. So here you can put, here you can decide who can see it. So anybody, just LinkedIn members, just people in your network, or people in your first degree network only. And that's quite interesting how they've defined that. So LinkedIn defined first degree connections only, as these are the people that are connected directly to you. So your friends, if you like, on LinkedIn. And then they sort of define your network as people up to 3 degrees away from you. So a friend of a friend of a friend, basically, put it that way. And that's really important when I'm going to talk about connecting and accepting connection requests later. Or you've got all LinkedIn. So this is only people who are signed in to LinkedIn, or anyone on or off LinkedIn. So LinkedIn's very easy for SEO. It's great for SEO because it's very well ranked. And quite often you do a Google search for your name, your LinkedIn profile will probably come up higher than your website, because LinkedIn's got a near perfect Alexa rank, so you much like to come up in results there. Now, this decision here is completely up to you. I have everything I do completely on public, and that's my personal choice. You might have a different choice on things, and that's up to you. So you can decide how comfortable you are here. So you just upload your photo. You do that by adding photos. So you can either use your camera and take a picture, or you can upload a photo as you would do normally. So probably as easy to do this off your phone as your computer. And also here you can have frames. So these are the two that they are kind of wanting people to use. They are hiring. So if you are an employer looking for people, or open to work, which is for if you are looking to work, or just the original one, which is the one that I have. So you can change it all you like. That's not very good still, is it? You can keep the same one for ages, or you can change it. It's up to you. But a photo is definitely recommended so people can see you. A photo of you and not your logo or your product, I would say here. Don't forget, for LinkedIn, we are business owners talking to other business owners and professionals, not people trying to sell products and services. Okay, so I have creator mode switched on. Now, what I would recommend if you're a newbie and you're growing your audience is you have it switched off. And the main reason for that is that when you have creator mode switched on, it shows you as somebody that in the connection buttons, it says follow rather than connect. And what I want, when I was growing my audience, like you're growing your audience, I wanted people to connect with me, not follow me. Because when you connect, you both see each other's stuff and you can message each other. When someone follows you, they see your stuff, but you don't see their stuff. So that's great when you've grown your audience. But when you're trying to grow your audience, you want people to connect with you, not just follow you, because you want to be able to see their stuff and they see your stuff as well. Unfortunately, LinkedIn has a limit of 30,000 people. So I am at that limit or thereabouts. I keep trying to get rid of people to add new people. It's quite frustrating. But until you get there, I would have the creator mode off. However, this is another thing, is that having creator mode on means that you can do very important things like LinkedIn Lives and have newsletters. However, we believe that you can turn it on and get access and then turn it off and get your connect button back, and it still allows you to do that. So it's something that you might have to try out yourself. So underneath your picture here, it's got your name. So just to explain, I was Helen Pritchard. I got married in the summer 2022, and everybody knows me as Helen Pritchard. And now, slowly but surely, people are getting to know me as Helen Tudor. I can use both names. It's a personal choice of mine that I wanted to be known as Helen Tudor. However, from a business point of view, I wanted people to remember I'm not just a new person that's turned up. And what I've done, I don't know if this is even allowed, but this button here, it allows you to record a voice note of how to pronounce your name. So this is what I've got on mine. Hi, I'm now Helen Tudor. I was Helen Pritchard, got married in 22, so you might know me by either name. So that's what I have there, just to explain it. And I know lots of other people have things like how to pronounce their name, and other people have little mini pictures there as well. Okay, so to add all this, you click this button here. The little pencils is how you edit everything in your profile. So if you go here, it shows you, so you can have your name, obviously. And then again, you can set a setting, who can see you, your connections, your network, or everyone, or LinkedIn members. So I've got that on as open as possible. You can do your audio recording here, your pronouns if you want to have them added there. And then this is the mega bit for me. This is the most important bit of LinkedIn. And this is what I've mainly built my business on, I guess, is helping people to write these headlines. And writing these headlines is not something you just do. It's like it's a process that you get to. And we do it in the challenge, we do it in the mastermind. But it's about really understanding your ideal client and showing them in this one sentence or this one area exactly how you help them and how you do that and what things you've got to sell them, basically. So the headline is really important because that's the thing that people see. That's the people when you ask them to connect, when you comment on their stuff or when you put out content. We'll be covering all of that in the rest of the series. That's the thing that they see. So the name of the game is to get, in my opinion, other opinions are available, is to get as many people as possible to see that headline. Because the more people who see the headline, the more people click on it, the more people click on the headline, the more people come to your profile, the more people come to your profile, the more opportunity you've got to get the right people looking at your content and making a decision to reach out to you. So under the positions here, this is the actual job that you've got. So these are all the directorships and jobs that I've got at the moment. And you can add a new one by clicking on this button and you just fill it all in. What job have you got? It could be managing director, you could be a co-director, it could be, whatever it might be. And if you're still working there, you just tick the currently working. If you're not, it'll offer you to give you an end date and it will put it in order on your profile. Notify network button here. So I have got it switched on, but actually while I'm here, I'm going to switch it off. And the reason being, because I've got so many directorships, then I am, and actually I'm finishing that one, so I can just click that one. It goes mad every time it ticks over another year. Oh, it's not letting me do it. Anyway, I'll come back to that. Yeah, discard that. That's fine. So you can turn that on and off, but it will remind people every time it's your anniversary and you will get tons and tons of messages, which is fine, but not really useful. So you can have your current position in here. You can have all your ex-positions in there as well. You can pick an industry, education, where you went to college or uni or whatever. Went to uni. And then contact info here. So when you go to edit contact info, it allows you to put in a URL for your profile, and it's got your email on there, my email, and you can put all your other stuff in there. And then this bit here, website, so where you want people to be sent to. Got a Facebook website on there, and you could just add different things in there. Like I've got my Twitter on there as well. So it just shows people how they can find out more about you, basically. Now, these hashtags here, I think these are a creator mode thing. I think it gives you some hashtags based on the stuff that you're putting out there. So creator mode is designed for people who post a lot of content on LinkedIn and they want to get more followers, basically. So it's picked up that I talk about all these things: LinkedIn, LinkedIn leads, LinkedIn growth, LinkedIn profile, LinkedIn marketing. But not if you haven't got profile on it, won't have creator on it, wouldn't have that. You can put your hometown on there, and then you can put a link. So mine goes to my 5-day challenge. Makes sense? And this number here tells you how many followers you've got and how many connections you've got. You can click on here to say what you're looking for. So you can provide services. You can tell people what you do here. I've not even done this bit. So talk about your services, work preferences, get found in search results, and let potential clients reach out for you for free. So I could put in basically a services pitch here. I'm not going to do it now, but talking about how I help people get leads from LinkedIn. And you can say how much things cost, which is quite clever, isn't it? So a services page, that's actually, I've not really noticed that before, but again, it could be creator mode. Let's not get too much into the detail. So the things I've got is I've got creator mode on, like I said before, which gives me these analytics. Everybody gets these analytics, I think, but it tells me more things around conversations that are happening, profile toppings, and it gives me these different things. So it gives me LinkedIn Live, audio events, newsletters, and a follow link. I don't think they're massively useful for everybody. Quite useful for me because I don't want people to ask to connect with me, because then if I don't respond, they're not following me. So I actually want people to follow me. As you can see here, let's click on that. I've got 38,361 followers. And over the last year, because I've had creator mode on, you'll see it's stayed pretty steady. Don't know what happened that day. I went up 146%, but it's still only 27 new followers. So you can see I'm not setting the world on fire. I'm just steadily growing my audience day by day. And that's kind of the name of the game. Again, my content, which we'll talk much more about on episode 2. Again, I just don't pay any attention to these things. Like, for example, this is the impressions on my last post about buying pillows. It's not going to get me any more clients. It just shows people kind of what I'm talking about. But we'll talk more about content in the next one. But it just shows you who your audience is, what kind of job titles they've got and things like that. The only thing I care about, and this is I've lost myself now because I've gone off down a tangent. The only thing I'm bothered about is how many people are viewing my profile. That's all I'm bothered about. That's my number one concern. Right, okay. So even that, I'm not that bothered about. So then the next thing you can see here is featured posts. So what you can do on LinkedIn is if you write a post and you think, yeah, that's really good, a bit like this one here, I'll probably pin these 3 trainings up here as well. So you can do a post and then pin it onto your page, if you like, on your profile when people come to you, by literally just writing the post, and then there's 3 little dots on the side and it says select as users featured. So for example, if I click to this post, it's already featured. But if I go to these 3 little dots here, I can remove from featured, and obviously if it wasn't featured, I can add to featured. So it's quite straightforward, and that will then put it onto your profile right there. So when somebody comes to your profile, that's the thing that they'll see. So put all your good stuff on there. So like maybe some video workshops, that's a testimonial, and these are all video testimonials and things like that. So put all your good stuff on your featured posts. Then next thing that you'll see when you scroll down is your activity. So all the things I've posted about this today, all the things I've done recently. And again, we can talk about content more in the next one, but you can go down, you can see I'm live. You can see a video I did in my kitchen to promote the live before I put any makeup on. More promoting of the live, but you can basically go through and see all of the content that you posted recently. So this is actually a really good place to hang out and have a look at the type of content you're posting and the sort of what I call like the pillars of content that you're posting and the cadence, like how often and how many times a day are you posting, and are you posting a variety of content? And you can see that in a sort of snapshot here when you scroll through your activity. You can also go across the top here and have a look at the comments that you've been writing recently. This is how I am able to see when people say your stuff isn't working, and then they go and have a look. I can see exactly what they've been doing and see whether they've been doing what they said they were. And we can see, so you can see all the comments that I've done there as well. You can see what videos I've posted recently. I mean, if you wanted to watch some videos, I do a lot of video content, as you can see. And what images I've posted recently, so they'll mainly all be social proof with a few selfies and screenshots. And well, I've got one of Rishi Sunak, I don't know. One of me in the car wash, some sea moss in my fridge. Ooh, still not eating much of that. And then here you can go and see what articles, events and reactions you've done if you wanted to really review your own activity. But again, anytime you get stuck and you think I'm lost, where was I? Press the button top left, back to LinkedIn. And if you want to go back to your profile, click here and we can carry on where we were. So that's where you can see all the content that you've posted. And then this is the about page. So this is super important. So this is the landing page. This is where we write a love letter to our ideal clients. This is where we talk to our ideal clients and we say to them, we know who you are, we know how you feel, and this is how I can help you, basically. So this is, you can see how and come and have a look anytime you wish. But I'm talking to them about what is going on with them. It's not, I'm not talking about me yet. I'm talking about who they are and what's going on with them. Like, I've written thousands of LinkedIn profiles. Like, I do it as a service. So I'm writing a couple a week at least. And it's the same. The structure is always the same. We start with talking to the ideal client. Doesn't matter who the person is I'm writing the profile for. Doesn't matter what they do. Doesn't matter what industry they're in. It's all about their ideal client. And we start by writing to their ideal client, about their ideal client, about what is going on with them. So you talk about inside their head. So here, are you someone who wants to really maximize the opportunity LinkedIn offers but don't know where to start? Do you feel overwhelmed with all the conflicting advice you see online and feel it's a dark art you need demystifying? Are you absolutely sure you don't want to be sending endless DMs all day in the hope someone buys from you? Do you feel sure there are opportunities worth 100K in new business within LinkedIn already and waiting for you if you have the right strategy? Yeah, so talking to them and where they're at. And then if so, I can help. And then we talk about who I am, put some evidence there, sold £2.5 million worth of the program, do things a bit differently. This is how I do things differently. This is what it is. This is how long it takes. This is what it isn't. This is the guarantee. This is some more evidence. And then there's just some more talking about the platform, the program, and then a call to action. Send me a DM right now, and people do. The reason why people send me a DM is because I get a volume amount of people coming to my profile, and a percentage of those send me a DM about working together. So this is really crucial, and you get 2,600 characters, and I suggest you use every single last one. As you can see, I've taken all the full stops out because that was using up characters that I wanted to use on my copy instead. So next thing down is we've got all the experience, all the things that I've done. You don't need to put everything you've ever done on there, just stuff that's relevant. And same with your education, some volunteering stuff that you may have done. Skills, we don't talk about that really in the program either. Now this is so important. Like this is really crucial. So recommendations. Having lots of recommendations on your profile is a really powerful evidence-based reason for people to buy from you. And really, I'd encourage you as a newbie to come to my profile and have a look at all of my testimonials. Now, I've got 419, and most of them are of clients who have got helping headlines and profiles that talk to my ideal client. Yeah, Usher, I've just written her profile today. Don't think she's copy and pasted it in yet, but when you look at it, I wrote that one. But Alison, she's done a helping headlines. Samantha, Steph. So it's worth having a look and seeing how different people in different industries are using my methods to set up their headline and profile and are ultimately using LinkedIn. So the more of my students, if you like, that you can connect with and engage with, the more you'll see them in action. Okay, so that's a quick tour around the profile. But remember, you want a photo that's normal, that's of your face, looking happy. You want a headline that talks to your ideal client. You want a profile that talks to your ideal client. And you want to get some recommendations in there so people can see you are who you say you are and you can do what you say you can do. So what do you do next? So once you've got that, what do you do next? That is the question. So I'm going to come to questions in a second, but I want to give you a quick guide to actually taking action on LinkedIn. So if you ever get lost, back to the LinkedIn button in the top left. How do you write a post? So it's all right me saying, make sure you post, but how do you do that? So you hover over here where it says start a post and you just talk. You just write. Now I'm going to be talking in episode 2 much more about how I create content all day, every day. But spoiler alert, it's because I just mainly talk about stuff that's happening. So live training. Training for absolute beginners. Happening right now. I'm not very good at writing. There we go. So I've done a post. It's a one-line post. It's documenting something that's happening. But what it means is that people will see my headline, which is about helping people get leads from LinkedIn. So that's basically how you do a post. You can also add a photo. It comes up with it. Let's see if I've got a photo I could just add quickly. I'm not sure what that one is. Let's guess it's the one. And that's a testimonial. So there we go. Just love this. Can't wait to welcome all the newbies into the mastermind because we're just mid-launch at the moment. We've got lots of new people on our new spreadsheet of all the new joiners joining in and doing their intros at the moment. So that's great. So that's how you do a picture. Video, you click the button and start to record. And then you can also, if you want to, you can go to the write article section. So when you write an article on LinkedIn, it's like blogging. So you pick who you want to blog as, and then you can come here and write a really long piece of content if you want. So LinkedIn, you are limited with your post. You can only write a certain amount, and then it stops you. It says you're at the character limit. But here in articles, you can write much longer form articles, and you can also do a weekly newsletter. So you can do here, you can write an individual article, or you can write a newsletter if you're in creator mode. If you're not, I'm pretty confident you can still do an individual article. And that's like a blog that stays there. That's, a much longer piece of content. You can embed video, you can do links and things like that. And you can do mentions and hashtags like it says there. And it also shows people your headline, which is great. So that's how we write a post. How do you engage with a post? So again, it's one of the things that I talk about. So here we go. Somebody's written a post. Pritesh, I don't bite, promise. I was at an event. I was asked, what's your business? As usual, I explain what my services is, and they literally put their defenses up. I'm not trying to sell my services automatically. Well, automatically think you need my help. Has this happened to you? And how did you? Well, this has happened to me. Every time I mention LinkedIn and ask what I do, people glaze over, this is true, and yawn. True. That's true. And so there you go. I've engaged with Pritesh's post. So how you do it. You just add a comment there. You can add a picture. You can add an emoji. All your emojis there. LinkedIn's cool now. You can add an emoji. And you can add a picture if you wish, or you can just add a comment and you just follow through there. And then how do you physically search for potential ideal clients? So here you can go to search. Let's say I want to work with divorce coach. This is a thing. I don't want to work with a divorce coach, but like as a good client for mine, works really well on LinkedIn. A lot of unhappy people. You just put it in here. You search the keywords you're looking for, and then you filter by people, and then you filter by connections, and then you go to second degree connections. And then if you want to, you can do locations, but that's fine for me. Second degree is fine. Claire, breakup and divorce coach. And one of the reasons, so Claire will have creator mode on because it says follow instead of connect. So what I have to do now is go to Claire's profile, go to more, and then press connect. And I don't send personalized connection requests because my headline does it all for me. And go back. So it's a bit of a pain. But Sarah hasn't got it switched on. I can just press connect, send. So, for example, so these are quite interesting. I've got a friend who wants to become a breakup coach. This is one of the reasons. So I can help these divorce coaches, but I also want to connect with more of them as well. So I'm not able to send on that one. It's fine. That one's gone through. So some people have it set up so you can't connect with them if you don't know them. Some people, people have their own different setups. So I just go through and connect with people. And if it lets me connect, great. If it doesn't, I'm cool with that too. Yeah. So there's some new people who will be seeing my headline, and they can decide if they want to connect with me or not. I'm not going to send them a DM, and I'm not going to respond to their DMs unless they're messaging me to say, let's work together. So that's how you search for somebody, and it doesn't matter who that is. You can put any keyword in there and have a look. So that's how we grow our audience. The other thing I wanted to talk about is if you look across the top here, so you got your home button. Anytime you press that, it'll just basically refresh your feed. Network. So my network is where all the things happen around your connections and the people you're connected with. So this is a really important place to be if you are looking to grow your network. Sadly, I'm really stuck at the moment because I'm pretty much maxed out. As you can see here, I'm at 29,936. I went through and I deleted like a couple of hundred people because I knew doing the launch, lots of people would want to follow me, but unfortunately I can't. So as you can see, I've got all of these pending connections. So, I mean, I'd normally just accept everybody. Do have to be a bit more, I have to check a little bit more now because I don't want people in my network who aren't potential, ideal clients or good connections. But when I was growing my audience, I connected absolutely everybody because I wanted to grow my audience. So my searches were better. So the bigger your audience you have, the better your searches are. So that's what you can do. Your invitations you'll see here, and you can go to see all, and it'll show you who's following you, who's asking you to connect. See, because I've got creator mode, everyone who's now invited me to connect is now following me as well. So that's quite useful. So go there if you've not been there already and have a look, see who's already in your network, who wants to be in your network, and accept them all so you can start to grow your audience as quick as possible. If you've got to a position where it won't let you search for more people, this can be a really cool place to find new people. People who are in your recently followed or recently connected. And this from people you know from school. That's new. Not seen that one. Probably really don't want to hang around with people that I'm in school with. And then this is about creators. So again, these are people have creator mode on. So these are people who've got influence maybe in your niche. Always worth following some of those people and get some good content. Here, audio events for you. So don't know if anyone remembers Clubhouse, but I think LinkedIn are trying to sort of step into that sort of space, the audio space. So worth having a look, see if there's anything good in there. And then groups you might be interested in. Now, groups should be fantastic. So these are all ones that are asking me to join. So, but whenever I go in groups, so let me just finish this bit. So then you've got other people in your industry that you could have a look at. And people who you might know from different groups. So it gives you lots of potential people and let them do some of the legwork for you. So go and see what people they've got, what events are coming up, etc., etc. So, and suggestions there. So there's quite a lot in here. So this is the My Network section. You go to up at the top here, the My Network section. But groups, so if you go to the left, you can see all the things here, your connections, contacts, groups, events, pages, newsletters, etc. So if you go to groups, now you think LinkedIn groups would be amazing. Actually, I find them rubbish. So let's go in this one. So this is LinkedIn Northwest. Should be amazing. So there's people posting. Lots of people posting, but absolutely no engagement. And this is what we see in groups. People are posting, but just no engagement. And this is in a LinkedIn group. A lot of people started them, and then people put stuff in there, but nothing really happens in there. And it's a shame. But what you can do, so say you go into a group, and these are all people that you may want to be connected with. You can go to members here, and you can go to show all, and it'll show you all the people who are members. And this can be a really good hunting ground to find new potential connections as well. So that's what I would say groups are really good for. Finding people who've got a something in common. So for example, healthcare industry professionals, if that's so when we were doing recruitment, this would have been great for us. So I can go, it's 160,000 members, right? But these are all people who are interested in this topic. So it's a really good way to go top right, and go and have a look and see who's in there, and also see who the admins are. But overall, while you're beginners, I won't worry about excuse me, I won't worry about groups. They're just useless at the moment. Hopefully they'll get better. And then next one along is your messaging. So if you click on that, I'll bring you to your inbox. So you can see all the DMs that I'm having, all the conversations that I'm having at the moment. And then across the right here is your notifications. And this is all the people that are liked stuff, people who've commented, reshared. 7 people have reshared my post. I love that. So really, I need to go here and say, if I click on that and find out who shared it and thank everyone, because that's very kind. Love that. Okay, so notifications up there, and then me, it just again shows you who you are, what you can go back to your profile that way as well, your settings and all the rest of it, your post activities and all the different companies, and you can sign out there as well if you wanted to. These are some business products, and you can also advertise jobs and stuff. But the things that you need to focus on, remember, is having a headline and profile that talks to your ideal client, going onto LinkedIn every day to make yourself feel nice and comfortable about it, and be consistent with showing up. So we're going to talk more in episode 2 and 3 about WTF am I supposed to be posting, and WTF am I supposed to be doing. So I'm going to talk about content on episode 2, and I'm going to talk about activity on episode 3. But hopefully this is useful for people. Okay, so yes, let's see what everyone's got. Any questions? Okay, so also I promised that I would give you a super duper bonus, right, for being part of my series this week. So in the comments, hopefully at some point, there should be a link to send me a WhatsApp. So you send me a WhatsApp and you use the word bonus, and we're going to be able to show you the exciting bonuses that we've got just in the WhatsApp at the moment. Or you can put this number into your contacts and send a WhatsApp with the word bonus, and we will send you the details for the bonuses if you are interested in joining the LinkedIn Mastermind this week. So add that to your contacts and send us a WhatsApp, but otherwise the team will be along with the link in the comments as well. Okay, so let's see how everyone is going, and let's see what comments, what we've got here in terms of questions. Let's do some questions for the next 10 minutes. I love this from Liz. Your bit on the registration page about being the overthinker's guide to getting good at being average on LinkedIn. I reckon you were reading my notes over my shoulder from the sprint last week. Yes. So next episode 2, is going to be all about how I really overcame my own Overthinkers Anonymous activities, right? And I just, now it's like second nature. I don't think twice. And I've got a kind of system, if you like, to just being consistent and showing up. So it's really powerful for you if you are like, yeah, this all sounds great, but I don't know how I'm going to actually show up. So come along for episodes 2 and 3 this week. But yes, there's so much misconception. It's just a recruitment site. I hear it everywhere, and I hear it everywhere I go. And it's really powerful though, because if people have that misconception, the opportunity is even bigger for you, especially amongst your competitors. So if you're in an industry that either sells B2B or sells locally to footfall, you've got a huge opportunity with LinkedIn, because no one else is going to be using it because they're going to believe it's not right for them. I love this. I want to know what this is, but my brand sells to people on LinkedIn all the time. Definitely. People buy things on LinkedIn all day long, and they will do because they're not used to seeing it. So they're on LinkedIn for work, but they're not looking at Facebook ads and Instagram ads and stuff like that. But they are on LinkedIn for work. And if you sell something to an end user and you want to build an audience of people who've got money, LinkedIn's the place to do it. It's the only platform in the world where you can build an audience, ask to connect with people who've got decent jobs. You don't know what they spend the money on, but you do know they've got income coming in. So it's really powerful. So Sam, I haven't got a LinkedIn banner yet. That's absolutely fine. I don't think I had one for many years. So again, it doesn't mean that you have to have these things, but you can work on getting that, definitely. Lovely Marlene, got from no profile views to 35 in 5 days, but that's huge for you, which is fantastic. Love it. Jackie, how many connections would you recommend before turning creative mode on? I'd say at least 20,000. I would definitely just be focused on growth before I start worrying about being a creator. It's designed, they pitch it as it's designed for people who want to get more eyes on their content and get known for their content. Whereas what I want you guys to do is to just get known for your ideal client for now, rather than going out to the masses. Good question. Do you add old jobs that are not relevant to what you do now? No. So I worked in the warehouse, SCS warehouse, organising sofa deliveries. Absolute. I love the job because I love the people, but getting screamed at because people's left-hand corner sofa wasn't going to be delivered in time for Christmas wasn't my idea of fun. But it's not on there. It's not really relevant, is it? So you don't have to at all. No one's going to come and check or quiz you on it. It's not like you're going for a job. It's just about what's relevant, definitely. Oh, that's interesting, Marlene. Only accept schools, college, or university that are on LinkedIn. Oh, that's really interesting. And also, I get asked about company pages a lot. So we don't recommend that you bother with them. But if you don't have one, then you can't have the little logo on your profile. So it's worth having one just for the logo, I guess. So Ashley, how do I switch on featured? So featured posts is, I think you mean creator mode then maybe, but maybe not. So featured post is not something you switch on, it's something that you do in the top right hand of your actual post. So you write a post like normal and then you click the three little dots and set it as your featured. But if you meant creator mode, then you can do that in your settings. So when you go to your profile and go to your settings, it'll say creator mode on or off, or maybe not, because not everyone's got the option yet. Hi, Debbie. You're a newbie. Hello, darling. I love that. This is off Paul. Thank you. So you send the word bonus, and I can see lots of people WhatsApping right now to our WhatsApp link, which is in the comments here. And this is only for people who have the finance available or can get finance to invest this week. Yes, Paul. I always forget to say that. I'm always like, just WhatsApp me. It's like, no, this is people who want to buy the program and are ready to invest, and I'll want to get the bonuses that are available right now. Debbie signed up for the LinkedIn Business Mastermind yesterday. We'll make sure you get these special bonuses as well, Debbie. Don't you worry. They're lovely bonuses that we've arranged today, but they are currently only available in the WhatsApp, but we'll make sure you get it as well. Love that. Sam, you're growing your woo-woo community on LinkedIn. Great. I create a whole training on this. If you want it, let me know. It was all about getting your woo on, being woo AF on LinkedIn. Absolutely. You can do that. Definitely. Adiola. Gonna watch the replay. Fantastic. If you are not signed up for this through our scorecard and you want the replay sent to your emails, sign up now and we'll get the emails sent to you. Good question, Debbie. We're going to just focus on personal. We're not going to do business at the moment. Jackie's found this helpful. Love that. I'll see you on the next sessions. Yes. So if you register through the Score app, then you are going to get access to all the recordings in one place. So you don't need to worry about finding me again. And so this person has two businesses. One's to B2B. One is individual coaching. Should I focus on the B2B on LinkedIn and this Facebook for the other one? So yes, that's what you can do. You can split the two. But for my stuff to work, you have to focus on one type of ideal client and sell them one thing at a time. Doesn't mean you can't sell other stuff, but you need to be focused on one thing and one person. So if you're going to focus on your business stuff on LinkedIn, great. And on your direct to consumer stuff on Facebook, great. But you can also do it the other way around if you want to. So, but B2B obviously does work really well on LinkedIn because people are there for work. So it works really, really well. So sorry, B2B, business to business. So for example, you're a consultant that sells to HR directors, then that's classed as B2B. So one business that sells to another business. B2C traditionally is business to consumer. So that is selling something to an end user. So you might sell coaching, but they might pay for it themselves, basically. Or you might sell shoes or dog grooming or sweets. Claire, a bit late for the training, but I'm starting the course ideas today. Better late than never. Yes, always. So if you are just catching this and you're like, oh, I missed it, send us a message and we can get you all signed up. But if you click on the link, you'll see it everywhere over this week, and sign up for the whole series. So it's the the WTF series that we're doing. If you sign up for that on the link through the scorecard, anywhere you see me, anywhere online across my platforms, you will get all the recordings delivered to you, so you don't need to come and find us when you want to watch them again. So hopefully this is useful for you. Hopefully it's been not too scary. Don't be scared of LinkedIn. It's there. It's your friend. It's your cash machine, and you can learn to love it. And the thing is with LinkedIn, there's good bits and bad bits. Like with toddlers, we're going to ignore the bad bits and we're going to embrace the good bits and the opportunity. Don't let all the spammers and weirdos and trolls put you off. Honestly, it's worth it. It's going to be fine. It's all about feeling confident. Send us a WhatsApp with the word bonus and we will send you the details. And I will look forward to seeing you in episode 2, which is going to be WTF am I supposed to post about on LinkedIn? I'm going to show you as well as tell you how I've overcome all of my own overthinking when it comes to posting, and hopefully get you in a position where you can taking action instead of thinking. So I'll see you then. Bye, guys.